Hello guys and welcome back to another Fan Factory Friday, and today we're checking out a map that you may have previously seen in a few screenshots. So if you do enjoy this showcase, then be sure to drop a thumbs up, and if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. Now I do have to apologise, I've been moving everything around my house, so I'm very bunged up from my dust allergy. But anyway, with that said and done, let's jump into it. So today we're checking out Aaragorns King's Save. With almost 500 hours in game, it's a pretty epic build, and I'm not just talking about the factory. Oh no, he even took the time to add some decoration in the form of the USS Enterprise. Yep, apparently the crew are on shore leave down here on Massage 2. Now I love how he's built the station to hold the ship in place, and even given it a hard connection back down to the planet. And you can actually enter the Enterprise through the hypertube system, and it's pretty large. It's just a shame we haven't got a spaceship decorations mod kit, but who knows though? Maybe we'll have one in the future. I also joked about him building maybe 2 Romulan ships for his second build, which I think would look pretty cool. But anyway, making our way back down the central shaft, we find ourselves in his centralized storage, and this is pretty sweet if I do say so myself. It branches out much further than mine, with huge storage buffers protruding out in another lower circle build, meaning you can guarantee a restock if you empty the first industrial storage unit. Moving under here, we have the central bus where all items that go into the storage area arrive. And with him bringing everything from underneath, it really does neaten up the build. And moving away from here, we have direct links to the hypertube system, with items representing the location that you're heading to. The hypertube nexus is great and perfectly situated at the heart of his factory. And I really like how he's partnered this nexus with the platform tops to give this change of look to the flooring. Turning away from the nexus, and we actually branch out into the trophy hall, and I must admit I love the decorations here, and the circle build really accentuates the statues. I can't wait to see some more statues that he adds here. Whilst on the subject of circles, we should also cover that the third circle building he has extends to the top as a great observation post for the whole factory, or could be seen as an obelisk. And stepping outside, the one thing that's really prevalent in this build more than anything else is his willingness to try out different shapes. Along with the Enterprise, this brings a huge amount of individuality and identity. Even the space elevator is nicely enclosed in an oval lapped circular cage, and in my opinion looks great. But let's get into the factory. He uses a huge rail network throughout his factories, which are neatly aligned, allowing easy transportation of items throughout the map. He has a series of power plants ranging from this huge coal power generator facility accommodating almost 200 coal generators, as well as a smaller fuel generator setup, allowing for a total capacity of over 41,000 megawatts. And if that wasn't enough, he's now working on a nuclear power plant. At this point, I want to briefly draw your focus to these foundation banks, and I must admit, they look gorgeous. It reminds me of the opening of a harbour. Throughout the map, you'll find plenty of factories producing various advanced items before being pulled back to the main factory, such as the beacons and heavy manufactured frames. Currently, he's pulling a lot of oil back to his main factory, which I believe he's also planning to turn into turbo fuel due to the compacted coal factory next door. And with him currently producing the diluted fuel recipe, it's safe to say he knows what he's doing, and I'm pretty sure that before long he'll be doing the aluminium or aluminum refinery here as well. I must admit, returning to his main factory, I love how he's roofed the majority of his factories, especially here with the very gentle sloped roof. And I'm very interested to see whether he houses these refineries as well once he's finished with the turbo fuel build. And at this point, I'd love to bring the attention of the train stations and how most of the time they're situated underneath a factory, allowing for easy resource inputs and outputs for manufacturing the said products. But moving away from the train stations, we can see some of the other enclosed factories producing everything he needs back at the central storage facility. And I must admit, some of these factories really do look great. And once the items are completed, they're brought back to this central sorting station before entering the underground bus that we were talking about earlier that leads to the center of his factory. This is an awesome build with a huge amount of work that's been put into it. And I have to say, though the production is great, what really does set it apart is his attention to the factory's form, their presentation. He takes risks, and in my opinion, it really does pay off. But with that all said and done, I'd like to bring this to a close, saying special thanks to Aaragorns King for showing me around his factory and sharing this save with us. If you did enjoy this video, please do drop a thumbs up, and if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. Anyway guys, with that said and done, thank you so much for watching, and as always, until next time, ciao for now.